Plant floor preventative maintenance is typically performed on a scheduled basis, whether the criteria is hours of operation or number of parts manufactured. The deviceWISE product from Telit can be tightly integrated with your plant assets and your SAP Plant Maintenance ERP system to improve the scheduling of maintenance on plant equipment. This video is going to show you that deviceWISE not only can easily connect assets with enterprise IT, but you can do it within an hour of implementation and without writing a single line of custom code. deviceWISE contains a rich library of device drivers that provides connectivity to the most common PLC types. Drivers are written using the vendor-specific protocols for PLCs from Rockwell, Siemens, Mitsubishi, Omron, and Beckhoff. Drivers are also written that speak widely used protocols such as Modbus, MT-Connect, OPC-DA, and OPC-UA. One of the more commonly used drivers speaks the open protocol implemented by DC tightening tool vendors such as Atlas Copco, Apex Cleco, Bosch, Stanley, and Sturtevant Richmond. Configuring a device in most cases is as simple as providing the device's IP address. Once a device has been defined, it can be started to establish communication between deviceWISE and the physical device. At this time, the device will be interrogated for its data tags, which will then be available for reading and writing. Subscriptions are made with the open protocol drivers to ensure deviceWISE is notified when tightening events occur on the DC tool controller. Using deviceWISE to configure a device connection is the first step in tracking the usage of your manufacturing assets to ensure you don't miss scheduled maintenance activities. Device data collection is one piece of the puzzle. The other is communicating that information to enterprise systems. deviceWISE has extensions that connect to the most commonly used enterprise systems. Included are connections to SQL databases from IBM, Oracle, Microsoft, and SAP. deviceWISE also provides connectors to message queuing and HTTP web service systems. A connection path from deviceWISE to the SAP Plant Maintenance ERP system is defined by supplying the location of the SAP server, the SAP login credentials, and the SAP system that deviceWISE will communicate with. deviceWISE provides a simple interface to define the data content that will be sent to the enterprise system. Using your existing database tables or stored procedures, SQL statements are quickly defined. Message payloads are built using existing WSDLs, XSD schemas, or JSON formatted files for communication to web service or message queuing enterprise systems. deviceWISE communicates to SAP using remote function calls that execute the business application programming interfaces defined on the SAP Plant Maintenance ERP system. deviceWISE queries SAP for the BAPIs, allowing you to select the process to execute. Selecting the BAPI allows you to associate its parameters with edge data maintained by deviceWISE. deviceWISE supports one-way and bidirectional data transfers to SAP, thus supporting the import and export of SAP data. It is through the execution of these BAPIs that deviceWISE can start the process that results in the creation of SAP PM tickets. At this point, connectivity has been established between deviceWISE and your plant floor assets. A connection has also been established between deviceWISE and the SAP ERP system. The BAPI that deviceWISE will execute has been identified as well. The final step is to create a deviceWISE trigger where you will define the conditions that determine when to execute the BAPI on the SAP Plant Maintenance system. Within the trigger, you will also assign the device data items that will be passed to the SAP server. A common way to define a trigger condition is to poll a tag on a PLC at a specific interval and check if its value is above or below a limit. deviceWISE has this capability, which is referred to as a data trigger. You select the tag to monitor, and the trigger is executed when the tag value meets the defined condition. A more efficient way to detect tag value conditions is to move this process to the ladder logic running in a PLC. The PLC logic detects the condition and sends deviceWISE a message, which fires the trigger. Included in the message are data values contained on the PLC. deviceWISE supports this unsolicited messaging from Rockwell, Siemens, Mitsubishi, Omron, and CTI PLCs. DC tightening tools such as the Atlas Copco PowerFocus follow this unsolicited messaging model by publishing data when a tightening occurs. Within this message are the status, torque, and angle values associated with the tightening. deviceWISE allows you to build executable triggers without having to know a specific programming language. Dozens of trigger actions which are components that perform a specific task, come predefined within deviceWISE. These actions are combined to build your business logic. The deviceWISE trigger action that will execute the SAP remote function call that processes the BAPI is called the enterprise transaction. You map the device data in the transaction action so that it will be passed to the SAP remote function call and used by the BAPI to create an SAP PM ticket. The deviceWISE trigger is now ready to continuously track your equipment usage and issue an SAP plant maintenance ticket whenever the conditions you have defined are met. As this video has shown, within an hour after installation, deviceWISE can be fully integrated into your existing SAP plant maintenance system. The ability to track the usage of your plant assets and to automatically issue SAP PM tickets so scheduled maintenance activities are not missed ensures the high availability of your equipment. Contact Telit today to see how deviceWISE can reduce maintenance costs and increase asset availability by fully integrating your edge data with your SAP plant maintenance ERP system.